Japan is a country that is visited by millions and millions of tourists every single month. However, most of them don't get to experience all of Japan. Tourists tend to spend most of their time in places like Shibuya and Shinjuku, or Umeda and Namba in Osaka. But today we're going to share with you what it's like to explore an average neighborhood here in Osaka, Japan. So, unlike most neighborhoods in North America, even though this is a smaller neighborhood here in Japan, it has its own train station, which is really convenient. And that's where we're going to start our day, because that's actually pretty close to where our apartment is. So we're starting here at the train station, and connected to the train station is an amazing shopping street, otherwise known as a shotengai. One thing that makes these shopping streets really cool in Japan is that they are often covered, which means rain or shine, you can just kind of wander around and explore. It's like having a mall, but it's on the street.
And unlike the traditional malls we're used to in North America, all of the stores here are comprised of small businesses, so they're all very unique and very interesting.
Whether it's fresh food and produce, or clothing, or gifts, you can pretty much get it all here at your local shotengai in any random neighborhood in Osaka. In addition to taking the train, the other main way that people get around in these local neighborhoods is, of course, by bike. Japan is a major biking city. I don't think I've been anywhere else that people bike quite as much as they do here in Japan.
And look at all the flowers. They're so cheap.
There's a lot of flower shops.
Whoa, they're so pretty.
Two of them beside each other.
Wow. Look at the beans. I love beans.
You love beans?
I'm being really into making like all kinds of bean soup. Red bean, green bean, black bean, soybeans. I love beans.
You bean really into it?
Yeah. Whatever.
It's fun.
That's pretty good.
Another thing that you'll notice in Japan is that there's always like background music playing, and you slowly realize that, oh, that's why in like RPG games there's always music playing.
Yeah.
Because when you walk into a new town or a new shotengai, there's like literally a theme song playing. And then you walk into a grocery store and there's a new song playing, and then you walk into a cafe and there's a new song playing. So really, it's actually very accurate when you're playing an RPG and they have music playing all the time. One of the biggest things that you'll notice when you come to these smaller neighborhoods is sort of the age range of people that are here. It definitely skews a little bit older. I think the young people want to live in the city center, but honestly, I kind of like the quietness of these neighborhoods.
Yeah, it's not crowded.
And yet you still have like all of the convenience of a bigger neighborhood. You've got tons of shops, you've got the train, you can kind of get everywhere. That's actually a really cool tea shop that we went to the other day. And they sell a bunch of tea for very affordable prices. So we bought tea from that tea shop, but we realized we don't actually have a way to make the tea because it's loose leaf tea and there's no tea pot or tea strainer or anything like that in the place we're staying. But because this is Japan and there's always a convenience right around the corner, there's actually a dollar store right here as well, and we're gonna go and grab some sort of tea device.
Tea device? That's weird. We're just getting tea bags.
Well, it might not be tea bag, maybe it'll be one of those strainer things, okay? It's slightly different. It's a tea device.
Definitely not good device. We're getting the tea bag, like empty tea bag to put the tea in.
Also, we've left the shotengai and now we are in the next station, and there's a shopping, kind of indoor shopping street in this station as well. So most of you guys probably know Daiso, which is the biggest dollar store chain in Japan, but there's actually quite a few different ones. If you search up 100 yen shop, 100 yen shop, you'll see a bunch of them pop up. This one is a Watts, which is another big chain. There's also Seria, I believe, which is another dollar store chain. Yeah, pretty much everything's 100 yen, which is less than, or about $1 Canadian and like maybe 80 cents US or 70 cents US.
This device allows you to cut a perfect square of butter on top of your toast.
It's just a plastic container, and then it just has like a little plastic knife thing.
Sometimes you just want that perfect square.
Just use the knife.
This one you can cook a piece of rice cake in the So you put your rice
It's
cake
just a
in
plastic container.
there, and then you put water.
It's just a plastic container.
Put it in the microwave.
Why can't you just use any other plastic container?
And then it has a strainer so you can string it there. It's just cool. Maybe sometimes you just want to cook a piece of rice cake every day.
Japan has so many like single-use things, which is kind of insane because most apartments here are like super. Where are they putting all this stuff? I don't understand. We've decided to get these ones, tea bags, for our tea. We found a random little cafe here, so we're gonna go check it out. From 8 to 11:30, they have an insane deal where it's only 500 yen for a coffee and a toast and a mini sandwich. So pretty cool. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Sandy in her tiny sandal.
That was such a great snack and coffee.
But now it's time for Sandy to go. She's got work to do.
Yep. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye.
So I don't know if I mentioned this, but Sandy's actually still working while we're here because she's able to work from wherever thanks to the remote work lifestyle. So while she's going back to the apartment to work for a little bit, I'm going to continue exploring this awesome neighborhood. And our next stop is actually a park. So people often think of Japan as a concrete jungle, especially the major cities, but there's actually tons of beautiful parks around. This is the Sumiyoshi Park. And yeah, it's really cool, and we're just gonna wander around and explore all of the amazingness. Oh, looks like there's a baseball game or people just playing baseball happening right over there. Baseball is actually the biggest sport in Japan, so if you're gonna play any sport in Japan, it's baseball, and I believe soccer is becoming really big as well now. Probably because of the anime Blue Lock or something, I don't know. Anyways, we are all done with the park, and now we're gonna head somewhere that makes this neighborhood actually really special, which is Sumiyoshi Taisha, which is a beautiful shrine temple complex here in Osaka. And although this one is very big, it's actually not that busy. When you compare it to something like the Meiji Shrine in Tokyo, you won't find nearly as many tourists at this one. So as you can see over here, there are a ton of flags, and actually all of these flags symbolize a donation. Very similar to the Fushimi Inari Shrine, where each of the torii gates represents a donation, and there's actually names on every single torii gate. Sort of the same thing here, not quite as fancy as torii gates, but they do have these flags, and each of them has the name of the donor on them. We are all done with the shrine, and we're gonna head home, but before we do, we need to make one pit stop to grab a little snack for Sandy, because I'm sure she'll appreciate it, and she's working hard, so she definitely deserves it. Alright, we are back on the shopping street, the shotengai, and we are on the hunt for a snack for Sandy. Oh, and by the way, the entire video has been filmed in like a 10 to 15 minute block radius. From the first station that we were at, Kohama station, to Sumiyoshi Taisha, the shrine, and the park, it is about a 10-minute walk only. So as you can see, there's lots to do in these small local neighborhoods in Osaka, and honestly all around Japan. Takoyaki, dokko? Oh yeah. Anyways guys, thanks for coming along with us to explore our local neighborhood here in Osaka, and although it may feel like it's kind of far away, we're actually only, I believe 9 minutes or 8 minutes away from Namba, which is where Dotonbori is located. So we're actually not that far outside of the main city center area. I hope coming on this trip has inspired you to come and check out some of the smaller, lesser known neighborhoods of Osaka and of Japan, because there's so much to discover, and it's really cool having that local feel. If you guys enjoyed the video and coming along with us, please give the video a like, comment down below, and just let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!